right, so in this video or this episode, we're going to talk about why the best generalists know the best specialists. So the best generalists know the best specialists. Meaning, so digital marketing is a trade, right? So you have people who know Facebook, you have people who know Google, you know people who know SEO, you know people who know Google SEO, you know people who know Bing SEO. Yeah, I think that's real. I think Bing SEO is a real thing. Yeah, so you know people who know Twitter SEO, and then you know people who know sales, right? We're talking about just digital marketing, right? So you know people who know. I guess we could put I don't want to go into graphic design. So let's say website design, right? And you people and copy, right? So you have copywriting as well. Now, the best generalists will know the best specialists. Meaning, if you hire someone to do let's say you hire someone to do your Google ads, but they don't know, they're not the specialist in the Google ads, but they're the guy who controls the top. He's the T guy. Like, he knows a little bit of everything. He knows the best guy for you to go to Google ads because he's one of the best generalists. So the best generalist will know the best specialist, right? So if you hire someone to do your Facebook ads, but he's not a Facebook ad specialist, he knows a great Facebook ad specialist. He's not going to do it himself. He's going to be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to give it to him because he's better than me. And I know that he's better than me. So I'm not going to do it, even though I could do it. I could give you 35%, but he could give you 60%. So you're going to give it to him. That's the generalist who knows everything, knows the best guy who knows one thing, right? It's like if someone worked at a car shop, the mechanic, the head mechanic, or the guy over the motor pool might know about engines a lot, but there's a tire issue, and he knows a guy that's better on tires, so he puts the guy on tires on it. Because that makes him a good generalist, right? I guess that's why you get the term general. And that's a gem I just thought of. So that's probably why they call generalists. Because they're the general, meaning they have a little bit of everything. But you can't know a little bit of everything if you have no experience in everything. So now you're called a specialist. Right? That's crazy that I just discovered that just being like, so that's why the military will call somebody a specialist and have a general that's over everything, and you have a specialist but you can't go by military because just because they're a specialist doesn't mean they're good at what they do. It just means they just made a rank. So let's go back to digital marketing. So a good generalist is a good specialist. So if you hire someone to get you sales and you hire an agency, the agency owner should know the best person to send you to get sales and to talk about sales and to cold call or cold email or do whatever process they do to generate sales. He should know who to give you to talk to about the process and who's going to send you the customer report. He's going to be like, hey, I don't want you to send me the customer report. I want to talk to them directly, and I want to know how do they talk to, what do they say to the people when they're talking to them, when they're selling to them. What are the people saying? What are the issues? What you should be able to go directly to them. You should have somebody that you go to get there. They should be able to be like, okay, here, go to them. And give them the number. Give them the right to the number. So you give them the number to the salespeople. They be like, and you're like, oh, what is the sales? What's going on? Like, how are you doing? How do you do it? What's our percentage? What's this? That's what's the report? Can you send me the report right to my email? And can you send the sales team the email? Do they respond instantly? Yeah, we'll send the report for this week. Yeah, and it comes in and you look at it. Or there's like, some people saying the price is too high. Okay, we made 30,000. I was like, all right, okay. If they're saying the price is too high and you made 30,000, it's like, and then you lower the prices. Now you made 20,000. You're like, okay, well the customer is wrong. I made 30,000. Keep it at 30,000, right? You should be able to make that decision through the specialist, which is the salesman, right? But now you're a good generalist because you went through that generalist to give you that. But a bad generalist would be like, we don't give you contact to the salespeople. Just give me my money and you might sell and we'll send you a report. A good generalist would be like, here's the sales team's number. Go talk to them and get your own report, right? Because you're paying them anyway. Because you're going to pay a sales team a monthly retainer. To give you a certain amount of sales, you need to get the report right through them. You should be able to contact them directly on what's going on. And it's the same with the Facebook and the Google guy. Even if that generalist pass you to another generalist, he should know that generalist knows a good specialist, right? Because you see what I mean? A good generalist knows the best specialist. That's like if a woman owned a hair salon and she knows someone that can do braids, or she knows someone that can straighten hair, or she knows somebody who can do a particular hairstyle, she's going to put that person on that hairstyle. Or it's the same with a barber. If a barber knows how to do a bald head, and he knows how to do a fade, but this guy knows how to, do a mustache or a beard, then he's going to put him on that if it's a beard. So a generalist knows the best specialist. That's just what it is. It's all about efficiency, passing through efficiency. It's like a point guard. Like the generalist is the best point guard. The generalist is always the best point guard. He knows who to pass it to. Okay, we need a 3. Okay. This guy can cut well, but I have a shooter. But the guy who's cutting, he can't do and-ones right real good. Like, he can't finish good, but he can cut good. So I'm just going to give it to him and see what happens, because the guy who's shooting a 3, they playing him tight. So fuck it. You see? He's a good generalist. But he knows that. He knows the situation. So you always know the situation. The generalist knows the situation to maximize the sale. It's the same concept. The generalist is like, okay, I have the money. He has the money. This guy is a certain type of customer. So if he's a certain type of customer, some customers, when I mean customer, I mean a person that's running a business. So let's just say if you signed up with us and you're the customer who has customers because you started your own business. So you might not like a certain way of doing things. So you might not want to talk to a sales team. You might just want to be like, oh, I'll just give you the money. You send me the report. And I'll be like, oh, I made 30%. I made 40%. Yay. Like, that works too. That works too. A good generalist will know that that's the type of person that we're working with. That's what they want. Then just give them that. But you got other people who's hands-on who'll be like, okay, I just paid you $25,000, but I'm good at. I've already researched this. I've already researched everything. I know about SEO. I'm a generalist myself. I know about SEO. I know about Facebook. I know about Google Ads. So I want the whole report. I want all the reports on everything. So now that generalist is like, okay, I see another generalist who wants to be like me. So now I'm going to show him the best way to operate to his specialist or to my specialist, right? How to conversate with these specialists or how to go to another generalist and be like, yeah, I have these guys for this and this. Oh, how good is he? Can he send me the report here? Some guy might want to report on, I don't know, through email. Some might want to report through PDF, just direct PDF through or even through a WhatsApp or, you know what I'm saying? People might want it different. They might want it uploaded. Just send me the link. Just text me the link with it that's already uploaded. Like, you see? It's because people have a different setup. They come from different backgrounds, so the way they operate might be different. Like me, I operate through a phone, right? Like some people just like operating through a phone. I built a system where I don't even need a laptop. Like I just walk around with a phone. But I still know data. Like you can read it right through your phone. It's about spinning and knowing if you know your abbreviations and you know your key metrics, then that's all you need to focus on. And your team. So, but if you're going to hire or if you're going to buy something that deals with digital marketing, you should know that it's a trade, right? You should see it as a trade, like you're going to get your car fixed. Like your business is a car and you're going to get it fixed. I need a tire guy. I need a radiator guy. Or you say, I just got a mechanic. This mechanic is good on a radiator. Who's your best radiator mechanic? It's just the same. I have a Google Ads guy already. I'm hiring you because you have a good sales team. I don't have a sales team. My Google Ads guy gives me 100%. Well, we have one that can give you 160. Okay, I want my guy, but I want your Facebook guy. Boom. You just gave him a specialist, but he's a good generalist, so he wants his guy because his guy can keep making him more money. Where his guy has been with him, so he don't care about that 60%. He just needs the extra percent from your Facebook guy. So he can learn Facebook, all right? So he can become a better generalist. But he doesn't have a Facebook guy, so he needs a good generalist who knows a Facebook guy. So now you have a specialist through a generalist, not through a specialist. Because you might not be able to find a good specialist because a specialist will always tell you that he's a good specialist. But if you go through a generalist, he's like, yeah, he's good because he's tested him already. It's verified. It's like it's proof if he's a good generalist, right? A good generalist knows great specialists, and it's a domino effect. No matter how no matter how you move it, right? I just showed you different scenarios where it works. Like a generalist to another generalist works. But if he tells you, no, you can't get my Facebook guy, then he's going to keep him to himself, which a good generalist will understand that because he don't want his other guy to go. That's just how it works. That's why it helps to know, like that goes back to it. A good generalist knows. Because he's like, okay, I got to get another guy, right? So that's just how it is, right? Like, but a good generalist can always get another one because he knows he's already on it. He knows it, right? So a good specialist will just teach the specialist will always teach a generalist because he's a specialist. But a good generalist know that he can't learn everything. He can only stay at the, he's He's always adapted because he's always has good specialists.